Hi.
Hello. I was like,
I know, right? I was dancing to it. Dance to it.
I know. Gracias, Ruben. That was really sweet. How's it going, Kimmy?
Good, good, good. Fabulous. How about you?
How's that moonshine out there?
It's gorgeous. I'm loving this wind, so I'm very happy.
I bet you are. Capturing the wind, yeah?
Yes.
Throwing the wind, dancing with the
Yes.
wind.
Dancing with the winds.
I see you in that garden. Yes, so we are here celebrating what's almost showtime here. A lot of ceremony work, a lot of dedicated work on this land that we are guests of our relatives, the Nisenan, the Maidu, the Miwok, the Patwin people, just giving thanks, and also in Ohlone land and Ramatish land. Good to be with all of you with permission of ancestors and creator and spirits to bring us here tonight together to celebrate this moon and the sunrise coming and all the hard work from our poets, our actors, our dancers, our storytellers, our culture bearers. Help me out, Kimmy.
Absolutely. And this is, we're thankful for this opportunity to kind of speak, with our own voices and to have um, a place to play and to be able to express ourselves in a safe space. So this is a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
And part of what we're doing is building this multicultural reflections, a festival of the arts, and this is really a reflection of our community, Sacramento community, the artists in our community who are living and working and breathing, art into this space. So it's really a celebration of these artists and a celebration of the time right now too, the experiences that we're going through at this kind of critical mass moment.
Right, this grief and this joy and this transformation, this evolving and like effervescent time. Right, it's we're on the cusp, we're on the edge, we're going through it, and we made it through it. We're climbing out of it. Yeah. Sister Gladys, can you join us so we can talk in this?
Yay!
Yes, straight
Hi.
from the teatro. Mahalo, sis.
How are you?
Bien, bien. Bienvenida, hermana Gladys. Tell us about tonight, Gladys. Where are you at with your artistas, your
Oh,
poetas?
where
What's
am
it
I
like
at
in
with
the
them or
pit?
where am I at? Right now, I'm actually at the theater. I'd give you a tour, but my laptop's kind of heavy. It's kind of weird. I'm at the theater right now. I just finished rehearsal, so don't mind me if I go a little off on what I'm saying here. We're working really hard to try and get something out to you guys. And is this the part where I give say something to the people, or are we going to
Yeah,
do
Yeah,
some?
you
absolutely.
were live and direct at the
Absolutely.
people. You were live and direct at the people
Your
arena.
stage.
Um,
And yeah, talk your folks up. Talk about your artists. How do you know them? How do they know you? How'd you bring them into this Teatro Espejo circle? Like we're all a part of Teatro Espejo from different parts of our lives. But I think
very
we have
true.
between us anywhere between 20 and 30 years of supporting, the visionary, Profe Pickett, Profe Manuel Pickett,
Definitely.
and his family, Marisol, and yeah, just being a part of this chosen family. Talk about how we all came together.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I don't know how long I've been with teatro, so it's been a while. Um,
from your Pachuca days, but before that,
Before that, yeah,
yeah,
at least 10 years, if not more, on and off, right? So
yeah, I think more. I think it's like 18. I think
I'd
it's
have
like
to go
18,
back and
girl.
look at pictures, old programs or something, but
15 quinceañera time.
yeah, something like really. I mean, I was doing Filipino American um, performing, of course, and I was also with an Asian American theater group, but I was. Let's see if we can find a good way to put this. there aren't as many opportunities for someone that looks like me, right? And I don't know how I got started, how everything came together, but I started acting with teatro, and I was really thankful to have another place where I could go and practice the art, right? I can only, there's only so many parts that were open to me, but you guys opened another door. So I was really thankful for that. Um, as far as how we got involved in, or how I got involved in this, um, well, just like I'm sure you guys, when Profe contacted and said, hey, this is the project that I'm working on, it was a no-brainer for me. Right away, I was like, yeah, of course I'll help out with that, because how often do we get to do something like this? And as far as I can recall, I don't remember doing something multicultural in the theater aspect. I mean, I've organized other multicultural festivals before, but not one that was tailored specifically to the arts of spoken word or poetry, right? And theater. It's usually, multicultural festivals of dancing, singing, finding bands, music, food trucks, martial artists, things like that. So putting this together was kind of a challenge, trying to find the Asian American, Pacific Islander artists that specifically performed as poets and spoken word artists and theater actors. So I don't know. I said yes to him. I was really excited because I've always felt cultural theater was more, it was important to the community, definitely relevant, even more so right now. It's a good cause. So it's been challenging, yes, but it's been a great experience. So I've gotten to meet and talk to people I probably wouldn't have met otherwise. So to those watching, help us spread the word, get these seats filled, different cultures coming together, getting a chance to be the one to tell their own stories, right? We are artists in our own right. We are our own storytellers.
Ashe.
So
Will you
Absolutely.
take us into a little bit? Thank you so much, hermana. Mahalo for that. Salamat for that. You are a dancer, a singer, a choreographer, a director, an actor, a writer, a singer, a mamacita.
sometimes.
Here, so that you have these roles, and right now you're in the role of a producer, también a director, right? And you're weaving the stories of your poets. And can you talk a little bit about BJ? We have a clip to share with him, to share with the folks watching.
So BJ is a dancer, and he also sings, even though he'll claim otherwise. But he's also an actor. And the piece that you guys are about to see, wait, should I? I don't know how much to tell about it. Basically, there's two of them, and we have two clips tonight. I'm not sure which one's going to play first, but the other person in the clip is also Juan Antonio Ramos, and he's a wonderful artist. I wish I knew his website at the top here, but but
I think we're playing some of them at the end.
what was that?
I think they will be included at the end, or folks can go
Yes.
to
Okay.
our
Good.
websites.
Good.
Teatro Espejo. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a sculptor, he's a painter, he's an actor. I mean, he does it all also. So, yes, so those two are in the piece together, and it's a piece called Macho in Progress by A.G. Kaliva.
No. You've apparently got a lot in your mind. You want to talk? Fine. Let's talk. It's not okay. That's what always happens. Let's just talk about this another time. That's what we do, right? Feelings? Never talk about feelings. Live in denial. Sweep things under the rug. Well, I'm sick and tired of how we've always dealt with things around here. We never talk about things. Things that matter. We don't heal. We definitely don't have closure. So many things just left unresolved.
Awesome. See, Marcella, love.
Yeah,
Hey, Dominic,
that's
we see you. We hear you.
So if the background looked familiar, it's because I'm in the same background right now. So I was from practice. I was like, all right, let's record this real quick. So kind of caught them off guard. That was the first clip. Yes.
That was lovely. It was nice. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
All right. Let's see. We have Juan coming up next. Do you want to speak about him?
Oh, yes. He's the one that I was telling you about was
the sculptor.
Yes, sculptor, painter, just overall artist and acting. He's done a lot of acting. He says that he's going to kill me if he sees it. He says that he's retiring from acting. However, he's too good to retire.
It's not allowed.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Fun growing into it, right? But I understand, maybe he's taking a break. But yes, he's just all around talented and an amazing actor. And he's also in that piece, Macho in Progress.
Nice. Okay.
I've been thinking about a lot of things lately. Things from the past and how things are now. If we lived in the Philippines, we would be able to afford a caretaker so that you would not have to look after me. I always thought your mom would outlive me, and she would be the one taking care of me. But here you are. You work, and you also find time to take care of me.
So that was his clip. It's weird. Well, no, it's great, but it's kind of weird for me too because I know what he sounds like normally, and he does not have an accent, zero accent. So when he comes here and he's talking to us normally, right? So he's talking in his normal voice, and he gets into character, and all of a sudden he's using his accent. Or
so good.
Right, or in the middle of practicing, and he's in the accent, and then all of a sudden line. It's that line, So it's been
a very California accent.
Yeah. So, and it's funny because then I don't have an accent either, but sometimes when I yell or when I'm getting like all crazy about something, for some reason I go into an accent, and so especially here lately, I've been going in and out of accents. So,
It's because you feel at home.
Our ancestors, we do that too. Like my family is from the South, and I didn't live in the South, but every once in a while that twang will come back.
Right.
It's because the body remembers.
I'm channeling.
Body remembers.
Channeling. The body remembers. The earth speaks through you.
Right.
The ancestors are with you.
It's in the blood.
Oh, Sojourner Truth Museum.
Oh, beautiful.
Hello, beloved. Wonderful to have you, Shona.
They're such a blessing to our community. Not just
to this museum, y'all.
Specifically to the Macbeth Project. They're a huge supporter. So thank you so much.
Yes, sir, Dominic. So let's see, Ruben.
Oh, I see that in the chat. Hi.
I know. I'm like trying to look all through the screen. I'm like, I got a little confused. Hey, Dominic.
Hello.
Oh, so
glad you're with us.
African Heritage Museum. Thank you for supporting us always.
Get to Florin, y'all. Florin and 24th. Get there. Get there. Support
where it's happening.
Uplift. Yes. So Gladys, anybody else you want to highlight before you get on that road?
No, I don't have any other clips for you, but like I said, everyone, before I go, again, please help us spread the word.
You got a lullaby? You got a lullaby or something?
What was that?
You got a lullaby or something?
When I go home, maybe to my I'm lullabying right now.
What? All right, Birdie.
Alrighty.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Thanks for making time
Thank
No
you.
problem.
and being still with us.
Hey,
Ruben, let's
Ruben.
give it up for Ruben, our engineer, our creative genius, poetic,
Um,
mastermind.
so we have, yeah, I want to say thank you to everybody for being here. We also have Manuel is on here now too.
Yes, he did it.
So Gladys, you don't have to leave yet because we have
Okay.
some questions for you. Yes, we know that you're down on the juice. So
Yes.
yeah, so we like to thank everybody for being here. I'm getting to know Gladys and Kimberly today, and that's great. So I'm going to bring Manuel up, and I'll pop in from time to time. We have some really great, a lot of people, are on questioning. Say, I want a lullaby.
Uh-oh.
Say,
Gladys, they want a lullaby.
right?
I don't lullaby and good night. No, I don't. I don't.
Oh, we had it. So I'm gonna see. Now we bring the energy back, right?
Singing oldies,
Right.
like go all pachuca on us and sing some zoot suit.
That's
Sing
right.
the- I think you should be like,
This is what. Yeah, I want to. I've heard many
boogie
stories.
boogie tonight,
I don't remember this
or
song.
Mari
It's been so
Marijuana. How
long.
about Mari Marijuana?
No, I honestly I don't remember any of the songs.
The
Wow,
room sounds great.
taking it back. That was like many sizes ago.
Oh,
For us
all
all.
the better, girl. You better rock with it. You better come through with that.
So we got Manuel on now.
Hey, Manuel.
Yeah.
Profe, it looks like you're gonna fly into outer space.
I know. I can't
Bring
see
your camera down,
all I see
Profe.
is your eyes.
What?
All we can see is your eyes.
There you go.
All right, Vato Loco.
Oh, what a pain in the ass. Jesus.
Love you,
Christ.
Profe. Who's a pain in the ass? What's going on here?
Technology.
So
La technology. I see.
so and I have a couple of questions for you. How did you all think of the festival, and how did it come together? Like I've been to a
Well,
couple of rehearsals, and I'm like learning as I go along the fascination of everything for me. So
well,
yeah.
I can answer that.
Yes.
I wrote the grant for the project. Back, when I was at Sac State, I was, when I got into there, and actually before, I met this person named Michael Gates. And he he and I were talking, we became very, very close. So we agreed that Teatro Espejo and Sons and Ancestors can't stand alone and survive this department,
Hmm.
right? So we're going to have to come together in everything that we do. And as long as the department sees that all of us are together and united and together when we're demanding stuff, this ethnic studies program will exist forever. And that's exactly what happened. Is that all the outreach that we did, all the projects that we did, everything, a lot of the meetings that we did, were both combined with Teatro Espejo and Sons of Ancestors and Ancestors. Um, and we got a lot of things done that way. Not only that, but it created a cohesiveness. It created a sense of unity between people of color. And pretty soon the Asians started to join who we were. And a lot of the liberal, a lot of the gay students started to become a part of who we were because they were being rejected
Hmm.
by the department itself. So that stuck with me, that cohesiveness, that sense of unity. I saw how powerful it could become in helping us to survive the Chicano Theater program and the Ethnic Studies program. I think a lot of those students who were a part of that issue were the ones who approached the drama department about a couple of years ago and accused them of racism, right? Because we were out of the picture, and all of a sudden they just started saying, "Well, what's going on? Why don't we have full-time faculty anymore?" And so that's when they approached him. So that sense, that understanding, made me realize, and plus I wanted to do it for a long time, is that we need to really not only deal with our people in terms of our culture, our language, who we are, but we really need to connect with other people of color because they're basically saying the same thing, except the cultural relevance is similar, but it's different. But in terms of what we need to do for our people, where we need to go as artists, in terms of informing our community, um, all of that becomes really important, but it has to be shared among the different groups. Okay,
So
we can't live with separate entities. Because of that, I created this festival.
it sounds great. And so what are we going to see at this festival?
Well, what you're going to see is, well, let the other
Yeah,
go ahead,
ladies,
folks.
anybody?
Rocket Kimberly.
Part of part of being a part of this festival is to bring our own voices and our own entities, and we're all coming from different entities, different organizations. So the organization I'm a part of is the Macbeth Project, and we were very much built on the mission of creating opportunities for people of color, for BIPOC artists to experience Shakespeare and classical theater, other classical works. And in that respect, one of the opportunities of being a part of this festival is to incorporate some pieces from the Harlem Renaissance, which is classical work, right? It's classical literature, and we have to respect that as classical literature. And so, one of the pieces that we're doing is from a magazine. It was called Fire, and it was done during the Harlem Renaissance. This specific publication was trying to kind of encapsulate what was happening at the time, and people who kind of devoted themselves to this publication were like people like Zora Neale Hurston, Langston Hughes, people of luminaries of that time. And one of the people that we chose for this specific opportunity was to produce a piece by Richard Bruce called Smoke, Lilies, and Jade. And it's this wonderful lyrical experience of this man's experience of revisiting how his father passed away. And it's this piece was written in 1920, and to be able to do it now in 1922 is and it's still being such a beautiful piece still in this time, in this era. I think was a wonderful opportunity to be able to incorporate that into the festival, among other things that we're doing. Did that answer your question? I don't even know what you just asked
Yes.
me. I'm
No,
so
that was
sorry.
great. No, that's great. It's
Answer
great to
about
learn. Yeah. And look, we have yAyA. Look who we have on the stream.
Oh, Mamacita.
Josie.
Oh,
So
Hello.
and we have a
love
lot.
you,
We have
Mama.
yeah. See a lot of love out there. So and yeah. Like for yours too, and and Gladys too. Is there a certain theme that you guys went for? Because I'm just seeing it kind of gel together, and it's gelling together. I don't know why, but it is right. Um,
Well, mhm.
and I think it's pretty cool, seeing that. Like as I was amazed. I mean, I'm new into the theater poetry. Well, kind of, but just seeing it from the back scenes, it's amazing how it's gelling together and coming like this, right? We're coming together.
Yeah.
So,
So I've had the recent thank you, Ruben.
yeah.
I've had the recent pleasure of working really intensively with Jorge Quintana and Ike Torres, and these beautiful humans are just so committed and so disciplined, and they just always come ready to work and work harder and work stronger and work smarter, and they take risks, and it's just been a joy seeing them um, not only blossom but burst through, as they like to acknowledge, like, this is out of my comfort zone, when we're trying new directions and
Yeah.
new exercises to allow the articulation and the embodiment of the work to come through, as they grace the stage. So we're talking about being undocumented. We're talking about the opioid um, pandemic. We're talking about unhomed brethren, sistren. We're talking about the joy and the faith, and the memories of being a young person, of being someone growing up playing underneath a kitchen table while the world was just this constant revolution around. Um, so I'm excited to weave wonderful stories of women and through dance and film. Bernard Brown has a beautiful piece that we're going to open up every night, or both nights and the afternoon, with, called The Weight of Sugar. So maybe if you have some clips of The Weight of Sugar, we can share
Oh, you were
folks
reading my mind.
how
You're
we're
reading my
um,
mind.
how we're going
Right.
to open the evening when we come together.
Yeah, and we see we have a little comment here too. Not a little comment, but see, you want to read that?
Oh, let's see. Go ahead, Gladys, read that.
It's so exciting to see this work, so special, so important, so relevant.
And who's that family right there? I can't tell. Thank you, sis.
I can't pronounce that, but it's a wonderful vibrational being out there, right?
Thank
so
you.
Yeah,
Beautiful
thank you for
vibration.
everybody. Yeah, and so we are going to play a clip, and I did was able to download the trailer, so it looked really. I was trying to explain to someone, but words can't do that for me. So here we go. Okay. Okay.
Oh, beautiful film by Jing Jing. Oh, what a visionary Bernard is, and those two in motion together was just something else. On the rooftop and the top floor of the mill that's down on 11th Street or so, that we happened to find through some work with Cafe, Clothes and Food for Everyone, led by Armando. This is a place and a space where family comes together to provide some clothes, some food, hot food, cold food, hot drink, cold drink, snacks, and toiletries every Sunday morning for our relatives that that lived unhomed in Sacramento. And so, because I was there to get my vaccination through the Sacramento Native American Health Clinic, that's how I found that space and called Bernard immediately. And, the rest is her story, is their story, is our story, because that we had a guardian there, that allowed us to occupy that space and make this gorgeous, gorgeous film, raising Black and brown women working in the world of sugar cane, and the labor of women across this country, you know.
And I think that was beautiful. Like I said, it's going to show the beginning of the festival.
Yes, this is a Sacramento debut. It's been showing, in different parts of the world, and big kudos to many of those dancers. I think all but one dancer is actually from the Sacramento region and area students at Sac State, and one of the beautiful dancers that's in there as well is from New York, and a dancer that trained where Bernard came from, the Lula Dance, Lula Washington Dance Company in Los Angeles. So it's really wonderful that work was cultivated in Sacramento by folks that look like folks on this set today, and will look like on the stage, and just working and weaving and lifting each other. That was some of Ma Series Art's work that we do. And a big shout out to Sister Amy Reed, whose work is up at the cafe right now. Go visit.
Yeah, that's right.
Hippie Tea, 3200
It's a great place.
Broadway.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Gladys, what about yours? I know they're all going to run into each other too. Is there any overall theme that you have for yours, or?
Not one overall theme
Yeah.
that puts it all together. The pieces they're all different to each one. So
Yeah.
we do dive into coming out, sexuality, alcoholism, and mental health. So
Right on. Well, we're going to play a clip from one of Ike's, one of the rehearsals for one of the poets. We're going to go through some of the clips that we have too.
And then later, some of Tomas Montoya's work. Yes,
Of course.
later.
Of course.
Beautiful.
Whenever, just say the word. I got
Thank you,
the
everybody.
yeah. And we'd like to thank
So
everybody
excited.
for coming out here. Yeah. It's a great
Thank
show, and
you.
there's a lot of people watching. That's great. And if you have any questions for any, not for me, but for any of people on here, these wonderful beings, then please ask a question and yeah, put in the comments. We like to read the comments. That makes us happy too. So
Yeah.
let's see. Hola, see right away we got a comment.
Hola.
Yeah.
Hola, Teresa.
Hola, Teresa.
Hola,
Yeah.
Hola,
Partners.
Teresa.
Teresa.
Go Artners.
Yeah. So let's go.
Got those murals coming soon. Watch
Yeah.
out, Sacramento. You ain't ready.
All right. Are we ready? Are we ready for the clip now?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay.
Dale.
I'm just kidding. Ready? Go.
Flying high under the city lights. Smoke leaves me paralyzed as I drift into the silence of the night. Trick. If money grew on trees, I think them leaves would set me free. My family, my family used to look at me like I was the next best thing. Now I'm caught on a hook. When that fat lady starts to sing, I sing a song I've been awaiting so long. If my love for drugs is wrong, I don't want to be right. When that needle pierced my arm, I was overwhelmed by the white powder's charm. I've pawned my whole life. No trinkets from past, no concept of reality, no pain that lasts. Shit, I've been spending most of my present and past, losing my mind in the days. I'm trapped like a rat in a wheel or a blind man in a maze. I can't deal nor cope. My dwelling's a box. Shit, I'm losing all hope.
Yeah, Ike is pretty incredible. Ike shares that they oh gosh, what is there? I am a writer who performs his work. That's at the end of his bio, and that's what he is through and through. Walk into Ike, and you get a bear hug, and you just poetry just oozes out, right? So it's been a wonderful pleasure, and I'm really excited that they're lifting um, not only their fellow poets and their peers, and working in this collaborative way. I'm excited because we have both Jorge and Ike sharing one of each of their pieces, and we've woven them the way that Nicole Limon and I would constantly, weave our poetry when we perform with Movimiento Molcajete. And this is to work on this show, Profe, is really a beautiful full circle of you honoring the way that we chose to tell our stories as a two-woman theater, and how you made space for us very early, in our teatro life to write a play, to direct a play, to choreograph a play, to teach and to devise teatro on the campus, right? As if we were students getting their MFAs when we were sophomores. And, we rose to that occasion to tell the story of, Chiapas and the Zapatistas. And so to tell these stories with our African American, our Black, our Pan African community, and our Filipino Pinoy familias, I think it's so beautiful that you're acknowledging and affirming that what we were creating and what we were in the midst of really taught you the way you taught us, in making Chicano teatro and making teatro that was not seen anywhere else, until people got to San Francisco, right? Or until they got to, further down in Fresno, right? But it was Sacramento was really just like a hotbed for the teatro that it was so hungry for. It's always, yeah.
So
A lot of these artists who are presenting here, not necessarily maybe just Teatro Espejo, but in different um, groups. They started off with an audition and they got selected and they performed and they became a part of what we were doing, and that kind of initiated, um, how should I put their artistic direction, so that they were able to expand on their own arts. Like Ike, for example, auditioned for Zoot Suit,
Mhm.
and he said he just happened to walk in the studio had never done anything on stage. He became part of the Zoot Suit cast,
That was
and
Henry.
from there, he said it just initiated a fire in him
Hmm.
that made him say, "Hey, I got something to say,"
Hmm.
and he started writing, and now he's just incredible. And so
Absolutely.
it's not necessarily my work, but it's like the whole idea of teatro, the whole idea of a company or someone who brings people in from the streets or brings somebody in from the university, wherever, and initiates that or sparks that
Hmm.
artist to make them
Just like,
realize, hey, you know what? I got something inside of me. And
Mhm.
that's what's so beautiful about what we're doing is that they all had that beginning. Okay, they all had that opportunity, whether whether it was with Gladys or Kimberly or yAyA or me, they had that opportunity to be a part of what we were doing, and now they become known for what they do. Okay, and they are a part of, and so being part of what we do here in this intercultural festival is just almost like a celebration of that idea, the celebration of that happening at some point in their lives, all coming together now at a different level in their artistic expression and expressing it to people of color, to a diverse audience.
Well, it's going to be fun, and
This
it's
is
gonna,
what I've
yeah,
become. Yeah,
yeah. And we have Betty Sanchez, who very wonderful being too, and says what a
hola.
lineup,
Thank
abrazos,
you.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Gracias.
And it's
I
exciting.
think
Oh, go ahead.
no, just one tiny little thing, Ruben.
Yeah,
I think to everything that Maestro spoke,
yeah,
that what he said times multiple generations. I think there's probably, you know, there's families that there are multiple generations in that family that have worked on the stage, behind the stage, raising funds, raising awareness, securing what we have to support the teatro. Being board members, being folks on the ground, being, writers and makers and technicians and all of that. So, yeah, I
yeah.
think Michael Gates is smiling right now, Profe.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so let's put up, so I always forget, about the event itself. So I'm going to put up the flyer so we can see, and you guys can, explain to everybody where it's
Get
going to be at.
your
Okay,
tickets. Get your
there you go.
tickets. Get your tickets. Get your tickets.
So, so it's Saturday and Friday, right? April
That's
29th,
I
30th
know
at
it's a
7
little
p.m.
backwards. It's Friday,
There
Saturday,
you go.
and Sunday. Yes,
Okay.
of next
Okay.
week.
That's next week. So everybody get your tickets. And where can you get the tickets at?
You go to Teatro Espejo's website, and they have, I believe, an Eventbrite.
Yes, there's a link right
Yeah.
in the center of the page.
Right on.
Or you can
Perfect.
go to Eventbrite as well and
Yeah,
find it
you
there.
can
Yeah,
do a
I have
search.
it. I have it in my bio. If you are a friend through Instagram, it's in my bio. You can click there, or it's in Teatro Espejo's bio. Teatro_Espejo. Correct, sir?
Right on.
Um,
And on that graphic too
Abuelita,
and also
Mama
uh,
Laura.
there you go.
Mama
Yes, which we're
Laura.
gonna play the next clip of. That's right. So
Yes.
Yay!
yeah.
Thank
Cool.
Let's
you.
give it up to
So
Mama Laura, and a big shout out
Yes.
to Dre T. Much love. We got their beautiful T-shirt on Mama Laura
Yes.
in that
Lovely.
foreign
it,
native.
yeah. And is there
Dre
anything
T.
It's
on
a
this clip?
celebration.
Yeah. Anything on this clip you want to talk about? We talk about afterwards, or
We can talk about it afterwards. Yeah.
okay, yeah. So let's play it. Everybody ready? And everybody, thank you for coming out, and we'll see you at the show, the other show, the live with people, right? Which just feels great, right? So,
Yeah.
One
We also
masks,
have
please.
yeah,
we
that's
also
right.
have to talk about the pop-up get down with Miss Amber.
Yes.
Yeah, there you
Yes.
go. All right.
Vendors.
Well, here we go. We'll be right back.
Like Earth's winds, she's nothing to play with, summoning change, transitionings laid out before us through forests and plains, new harvests from rains She topples things. Then brings life again. Some have been found lost amidst rooftops, tree trunks tossed. New lives often cost old lives, wroth with rot. I once was, but she, yAyA, she lifted thens and laid them down.
Yes, yes, or yeah.
So that was Laura Cook. I'ma Be Me, also known as I'ma Be Me. She's an amazing performing artist, and she's blessing us with this beautiful experience of Oya and welcoming Oya into the space. Oya is a being of chaos and creation and light and power and ferocity and so
Wind,
and love and light
change.
and change, yes, transitions, and so we're extremely excited to have this piece as part of the festival. It's kind of one of the um, opportunities for us to kind of start from our the kind of opening our experience to the African diaspora and talking about our history and our culture in a way that really represents bringing them into the space and bringing our ancestors and our spirits into the space so that we're one with them as we play with everybody, as we play with being a part of this community and play with being in community and creating. So we're very blessed.
I love that. I see that. I see the time when we were really combining Teatro Espejo, Ebo Okokan, and Sons and Ancestors,
Yeah.
and staging and co-producing and sharing, artists on the stage. So yes, thank you for bringing Oya through, and I can see everybody moving with her and in and out of that theater. I'm like, oh, where are we gonna follow? Where are we gonna follow Laura? We're gonna go through that alley
You
and
will. You get to
around
follow
that
her.
way. Yeah, I love it. So Ebo Okokan, big shout out to Papa Harold and Mama
Mama G.
Beatrice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
much love.
And that's, and I would like to just kind of respond, kind of reflect on that too. Part of my experience, being part of
Yoruba.
Sons and Ancestors, part of my
Oh,
experience of being Sons and Ancestors was also being invited to be a part of Teatro Espejo and being a part of a production that we got to tour with Real Women Have Curves. And it was being included. We always talk about being included in our elitist forms of artwork, but it's also being included with our very own people is so meaningful and so important, and we forget about how we work in these isolated kind of communes or these isolated entities, and this is an opportunity for us to come together and to really breach those bridges and to reconnect to our fuller ancestry, right? And most of us are not 100% one thing, so we have to recognize that we are connected to so
Yep.
many plethoras of communities.
come on, Kim. Come on.
This is the opportunity to do that, right? This is the time to do it. And
Mhm.
um,
Well, I'm excited.
Espejo has brought me into to help me as an artist. So I really love and respect the community for that, and Manuel and yAyA and Gladys and Ruben and everybody that's a part of this experience. So
Yeah.
um, it's
And we
needed, and it's needed for all of us.
see we have a really interesting question from
Yes.
Patricia, right? Patricia, right? Will this be live
Oh, that's a
streamed
good
because
question.
she moved, and I know now
Oh,
she's excited to want to come see it.
oh.
Can
Yeah.
can we have it on Facebook?
Patricia.
Can we have it on our on our YouTube or on our Facebook
I mean, we could try. Yes. I mean, anything's
through
possible,
our
right?
phones? Like
It's
we have
Well,
three
yeah.
phones up
Well, you
there or
can, and then you
something.
can shoot it to YouTube, and yeah. So, uh,
yeah. We can definitely try to record it and have it available.
yeah.
And that's a smart idea.
Anybody
Yes,
want to
that's.
sponsor that? That would
I
be
know.
amazing.
Well, but it is true because all you have. Well, we'll talk about that afterwards. But
They can sponsor
so
Ruben.
we got another one. Papa sends his love. Is very proud of the great event you all been working on.
Oh my gosh! Thanks for the research, Dad.
Thank you.
My poets,
Wonderful person.
Yeah. See,
Senor Andy Porras, or Pop Pop, as we say, and Mama Josie Porras. Thank
and
you all. We love
Mama
you.
Josie's my new Facebook friend, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm all yes, you accepted my friendship. Okay.
She is the
Um,
coolest.
yeah.
We have Kickapoo Love from Patricia. That's Auntie.
Aw.
This big sis, my big sis, and Ike's Auntie. You know, I met Ike when he was a little bittle, because Auntie was kicking it at school, being a playwright, being, a filmmaker, being a poet, and Auntie Patricia from On Native Ground, and also a new podcast. Um, if you can put that name up, Patricia, you should be able to share it and get some more folks on.
Yeah.
But Patricia wrote a beautiful play, to acknowledge so many of her brethren that they had lost through AIDS. I think they said, up to like 5 funerals, at a month or in 2 month time. They wrote a play featuring a native doctor, and an indigenous brother dealing with AIDS. And that was at a time when the Galeria Posada was at 7th and O. Indigenous You podcast, Indigenous You. So thank you for the plays that you wrote for us. Thank you for being our stage manager, and our fellow actor. Patricia, thank you so much for Ike. Thank you for Grandma Rosetta. We love you.
And I just met her and she moved.
Aw.
I blame myself.
Cafe Faux was the name of my production. Thank you. Thank you, director. Thank you, playwright. And
So, you want to play the Montoya one now?
sure, we have
I have it on.
Tomas Montoya,
Yeah.
Tomas y Ernesto Montoya, beautiful young spirit, father, parent, co-parent, lifting up our maestro from Floricanto blues and funk and soul. Jose Montoya, our poet laureate por vida. We love you. And a big shout out to his mom, Jenny, and his awesome sister, Moy. And yeah, Maya. Just loved that family. And thank you.
All right, let's do it.
Let's
Play it.
do it.
Whoops.
Yes, now is the time. We are angry people. We are foolish people. We are frustrated people. But still, we are weak. We are human. We are others.
Super excited. I should visit their. Is it Se llama Vimeo? Is that where
Yes.
it's located? Can that be shared? Um,
Yeah, I can try to find it and share it again too.
yeah, I'm super excited. Tomas is going to, offer palabra on one of his poems, Infancia, and we get a little view, a little look into his amazing kitchen as a young person growing up in Sacramento, and Alkali Flats area and downtown Sacramento. So we're pretty excited about fusing film, about poetry, about movement. Adelita is going to have a lot of movement. Adelita Serena, big shout out to her, Kaupuli and Woodland, and our fellow danzante, carrier, cultural bearer, an activist for our planet, Mother Earth, with climate change activism and her videography work and her organizing and her parenting. So much love to Adelita, who's also going to be with us in our Mesoamerican contingent. Mesoamerican, serpiente.
And that was just a little clip, right? And you're going to have the whole,
Yeah.
all of it, right? It's a
We
teaser,
are.
right? You don't want
Right.
to see it all right now, because then why would, so just have a little
Absolutely.
teaser there. And so, and at this time we like to reset the room too, because someone did ask, like, will someone give me a general summary of this, for anybody watching, right? Because we're in the middle, people just come and, how the algorithms work. So somebody can tell what the festival is about too, real quick.
Gladys, before you gotta go.
You guys go ahead.
Gladys, you're so here. I love it. You have all kinds of
My laptop has not died yet.
There you go.
Give it. Why don't you rhyme about it real quick, and then
you guys go ahead. I spoke enough at the beginning.
Yeah, and I'll put I'm going to bring up the flyer too, so everybody can still know what we're talking about and go and see it too.
Go for it, Kimmy. I felt like I was talking.
Well, it's really just focusing on the power of the word and celebrating interculturalism, multiculturalism, biculturalism, kind of centering on the aesthetics of our lives and honoring our experiences, our personal experiences, and our contemporary voices.
Original works.
Really focusing on artists, Sacramento artists, who are living and working in this environment. And celebrating the work that they do, and celebrating the work that we're really all about is to bring us all together and to have an opportunity to hear our own individual voices, but also to listen to each other's voices and to participate in each other's voices and to reconnect to missed opportunities or missed experiences that we've had in the past, to fix those. I guess.
Well said.
In addition to that, it's also to learn to appreciate our differences, but yet at the same time, and as important is to appreciate our similarities. Okay, and probably the art expression is the bridge to do that. And I think that is what the crux of the festival. We are able to take these different experiences and find similarities between the different cultures of different people and say, hey, you know what? We all are feeling what we're all feeling, We're all expressing who we are as a people, but yet at the same time, those similarities are things that we deal with every day in our lives, and artists have a way of expressing that to their art. And at this point, what they get to do is they get to share it with each other. And I think that's really important. It's uniting the artists of the community, and at the same time, uniting the audience, creating a diverse audience. Okay, and that I think is really, really important. Every group, performs in their own medium. Every group performs in their own theater. Every group performs in their own venue, but very rarely do they ever come together and see each other's shows. Okay, and that's what we're trying to do here, is we're trying to break that barrier. We're trying to pull our audiences together. Okay, because nobody's going to do it but us. Okay, nobody's going to create that possibility, that effort, and that's why this project was created, and that's why I even selected the people, Gladys and Andrea and Kim, is because they are really connected to the community through the arts, and I know that they can use their resources to make this happen. It's a very, very important festival for that reason. Aside from the fact that it's going to be extremely wonderful to watch all this talent. At the same time, it's an effort to pull all this different all these different people together, both in terms of the artists and also the audience. It's a huge barrier we're trying to break, and we hope to continue to do this every year because it goes beyond the stage, right?
Mhm.
It goes beyond the stage. If there's something we need to deal with in terms of the city council, at least we've developed a sense of unity to be able to deal with them and say, hey, you know what? You can't deal with one group without the other.
Yeah.
So we're coming together. We're coming together. Okay. And to them, what that means is votes. To them, what that means is, hey, you know what? These groups are separate. I mean, these groups are together. They're not separate anymore. And it seems like a huge challenge, but you know what? Big wins come out of small accomplishments. Okay, and beginnings. And this is a beginning, I feel, and I think it's a necessary beginning. And hopefully, it'll be the beginning of something that is even larger for this community, right? Larger for this
Yeah.
community.
Is this the first one then, or is it? Oh,
Uh, like I said, I've done it before at Sac State, but outside of this, I'm not sure if I've seen anything else.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
there was a time that we had something called Afri Causa when we blended the last poets and many of our central poets from Israel Writers Collective, and then, Stajabu and Sanana, Maya, Mariana with Box of Chocolates. Um, and, we had Jose Montoya and his Casindio. We had Olivia Castellano, we had Max Schwartz back in that time and day, Angela Williams, and just lots of beautiful people who came together for the sake of Black and Brown unity, and in Oak Park, um, many many moons ago, maybe
Many, many,
more,
many years ago.
maybe over like 20 years ago. That's
Yeah,
something that I got to co-power with my sister Nicole and Angela Williams,
yeah.
of our Israel time, and our beloved brother, Phil Govard. I'm excited to say that also another full circle and intergenerational voice that's going to be a part of this is the voice of Lucky, or one of our traditional bear dancers and brethren and good family, by way of being Phil Govard Jr. So some of their palabra is coming through song, that's going to be interwoven with Ike's work, and I'm very excited about that, being passed down and on to share, to see if folks in our audience can catch a song and have that gift, to pray with and to center themselves with and to acknowledge, the land we are on in that way, in that good way.
Um, awesome. Can
Mhm.
someone read this? It's a long comment, right? But I think it's should be read by somebody other than
Yeah,
me.
I
Lovely.
can I do a logistical thing really quick?
Yeah.
Thank you, Chico. I'm going to read that in 1 second. A
Okay.
logistical thing, to answer the question before is, so this is a 2-night, 1 afternoon opportunity for community to come together. There's only 80 seats per show. You can get your tickets at teatroespejo.org or www.teatroespejo.com.
.com. Yeah.
.com. And then you can just scroll down and Eventbrite. You can get your tickets there. And, big thing about Teatro Espejo is we always make things accessible to the community. So there's a performance that, folks are working very hard and rehearsing and putting together, and we're weaving these stories. And then there's a show that's from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on the 30th. Only one day, only one Saturday, we're having something called the pop-up Get Down. And we're going to have artists, artisans, creatives with their pop-ups selling their goods and we're going to have an open mic. So we have Marisol Pickett, who has grown up her whole life, with her wonderful papa and mama making teatro, being behind front, the scenes. And so they'll be one of the MCs, and then we might have some other poet MCs that come and rock the mic with a little feature, such as Esmeraya, that formerly of Davis and now in Stockton. They're going to be coming down and doing a feature. So we'll have beautiful canto en español y también en inglés and in other languages también. So shout out to Esmeraya for being one of our features. Brother Ike, who runs poetry at Luna's and is also bringing about 3 poets that frequent Luna. So if you like the vibe at Luna's, come through and show up with them on Thursdays. Also, if you like the vibe of, Foreign Native, their constant weekly open mic, come through. If you got some pictures from that circle, come through. Or encourage them, let them know, hey, there's an open mic for you to rock, Midtown Sacramento, 25th and R Street. I think that was just posted. Thank you, Ruben.
Yes.
So only one day to do that, and that's completely free and open to the public. Please wear your masks. It's outside. That's why it's a pop-up. It's outside. It's a pop-up outside. And get down because we want folks on the mic. There's a wonderful stage. Prof is bringing his sound system, so you will have at least 2 mics. What else? Oh, we're gonna have DJ. So Michael, I think we have Michael, and I'm not sure who else is coming as DJ. So Amber is who you want to get a hold of if you have questions about that.
All right. Well, good.
Yeah.
See, that's what we're here to tell everybody, right? What's going on?
I was trying to wrap it up. Yeah.
Oh no. So and we'll go. Yeah. We'll just go back to this real quick too.
Oh, Chico.
Yeah.
Okay, Profe, this is for you. This is Chico Lot, the muralist. Thank you, Manuel, for creating teatro culture in Sacramento. Chicano teatro clearly branched out. A true leader prepares and allows others to flourish. And you did that with the new teatro leaders. I don't know about being new, but such as yAyA and Nicole, much love, Chico, and many others. Well, we have proof right here of Gladys también, and also Sister Kim. And I just lost the rest of the copy. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I think Gladys, her laptop went out finally. So
okay. Bye, Gladys.
And then Patricia is leaving, so she is looking forward to viewing the art festival. So we got to figure that out, right? And love you, Yasa Josie. Yeah. And I want to play a little clip too of the Macbeth Project. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I found on YouTube, because I'm also curious too. I'm like, wait, I need to see this, right? So I was looking through it. I mean, it's one I found. I think we just posted it. It's 2019 though, but it is kind of an overview of what the Macbeth Project is.
It is. It's a quick overview. We started our project in 2019, actually, doing the production of Macbeth. And it kind of grew into a 2-year project and a 3-year project. Now it's become a 10-year project. So
I thought it started out as a 5-year project.
It was a 3-year project.
Oh.
And this is our 3rd year. And it became a 5-year project and a 10-year project. Now we're a theater company. So
well, now I got to see it. So
it sounds like the time I did at Sac State.
I know, right?
All right, so we'll play it now. Let me get this
Kimmy.
going. Yeah.
And much, and much give me quaff I want thee, which the rest that run your guys. Husbands to a left, both are master of the tiger, but in the sea up in the cell, and like a rat without a tail. I'll do, and I'll do.
It has a really fun way of looking at Shakespeare in a different way, and I was really glad to see it. I love Macbeth. I've never seen a version of this like this before, so I was really happy to see it, and I hope that they keep doing this here at Celebration Arts.
Awesome. Angela D up in there.
So tonight we were able to see the second night in a row this vision that Khimberly had of bringing the truth of Macbeth out through their work in collaboration with an all-Black cast. in an all-black theater and all beautiful all the way around. And their vision was really to highlight the individual's voice of where they come from, of where they are, blended and braided with the character's voice, and not necessarily just spouting out words by Shakespeare, but offering words by Shakespeare told to us in the vernacular of everyday people in the everydays that they are, whether they be doctors or arts administrators, whether they be actors full-time, whether they be educators, whether they be community builders. That voice shone through, as well as the voice of Shakespeare, but done in a way that was respectful of the community, for the community, and by the community.
I'm a Macbeth fan anyway. I watched the BBC versions of the Macbeth and the Shakespeare play, so this one I really enjoyed. It captured the essence of the play, but it actually made it more accessible. Just some of the language, it made it more accessible, and I loved it. It was funny. It was everything that Macbeth was, but it had a cultural clarity and a nuance that I really enjoyed.
This is my first Shakespeare play I've ever seen, and I really liked it. All the characters were really well acted.
It was my pleasure, it was my joy to come all the way from Vacaville, although it's not that far, to come see Macbeth.
It wasn't my first time seeing Macbeth, but what I really like about this performance is that it kept us engaged, because Macbeth, heavy-duty play, kept us engaged. Loved it.
I'm glad I came, and I'm looking forward to the next 5 years.
More African Americans would really get into.
All right.
I had to go put this on. This is Goss gear. This is Goss gear right here. So if you saw that beautiful actor in there,
their version of Macbeth.
Yes. So check out Brother Goss. Get their gear. Order a hat. They are a phenomenal painter.
Spirit, yes.
And speaking of Brother Goss, that was beautiful, Kimberly. Gosh, I didn't even know I was in there that way.
Yeah, see, I saw it too. I'm like, wait a minute.
I saw the last play that they did, and I really enjoyed it. But I don't remember in reading that particular script that there was a line in there that said "You go, girl." I don't know why.
Oh no, that was from the other show. That's okay. When we do Macbeth next year with Teatro Espejo, because we're going to. I
remember Buck saying "You go, girl."
New lines.
Well, it's been great. It's been great, and for the having fun with you guys and talking to you about this show. And I'm even more interested now, even though I've been there at the studio, at the theater too. What I do want to play, because we have one more clip, and that is of Ike and Jorge together. This is a rehearsal. I got to find it real quick because.
Don't show too much. Just a little bit.
Yes, and I think so.
Can I make an announcement really quick before you go into the gorgeous work of Jorge and Ike? So we have Hippie Tea Company, or 3200 Broadway. There's coffee and tea and goodies. Shout out to Leo. There's a wonderful exhibit called and now I'm going to forget the title of the piece. A Song for You by Amy Melissa Reed. Their work is all made by their precious hands under the wonderful elements, with the wonderful elements of the Nisenan land up in Auburn in the canyon where they live. And so please come check out that work. We just celebrated Ruben's fantastic, amazing, successful 2-month show that's now in San Francisco, out here in Ramaytush land. And so maybe you should tell them what studio your work is in over here, Ruben. And
me?
Also, yeah.
No, it doesn't have to be about me. Let's go into the clip.
And Amy's work. Go check out Amy's work.
Yeah, go check Amy's work is beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm living in the present right now, so the work at 3200 Broadway is really beautiful, and I like it. And come check it out. They have good tea. Yeah, I'm always there now, hanging out with the community that I made over there. So
Good.
I told Leo every time I'd have an Oprah quote for him. So I'm a Oprah says, you grow where you're planted, and I grew
Oprah
there.
says, and police violence.
And police terror, please.
There you go.
Would that be
Manifestation,
necessary
right?
and nice?
Yeah. So thanks for coming out. We're gonna go here, and then we'll come back out and end the show for everybody. I mean, and come and say our last, not last goodbyes, but you know what I mean. So here it is, the Ike and Jorge, and yeah. So we'll go.
More concerned with condition than with humanity. Spanish is the language of the spirit and the way it breaks. En español decimos dolor. Una palabra que mancha el hígado. Decimos, trágame tierra. Y le suplicamos a la tierra que nos come enteros. But in English we say pain, which is more syllable than symbol. It does not stain our liver nor reach our spirits. We say, God damn it, to the sky while praying to it. En español, soy noble y mi corazón late con la ferocidad del sol. But in English, I am bitter, obsessed with the death of my own language, and I am a different person in each language.
Look, man, they told me to put some happiness. Just play the game. So when I find myself escaping to this place while I'm standing at the edge of Lady Liberty's crown, and I'm staring 350 feet down, salivating at the thought of bouncing off the concrete. At this point, anything but normalcy will be a blessing. Let me hear Gil Scott Heron. No. What? Man, Google that shit when you're back. But yo, Gil Scott Heron, he's inside my head. And he's telling me, this can't be real, bro. But I'm like, Gil, it really is. This is what this is. Making it takes time. Making it requires a good
Give thanks. Those brothers have been working really hard, and they're so committed. They always come in with just such wonderful energy, and trusting each other and learning from each other and building together. And I love. They warm up on their own, but we also warm up the last 5 minutes together, and that's always a treat. To center yourself with these humans.
Yeah, that was awesome. And so I'm going to play the graphic again so we can tell everybody where to go, when, and why. And yeah, with love. Here you go. yAyA or Khimberly?
Intercultural Reflections, a festival of the arts, will be held at R and 25th Street at California Stage, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, April 29th, 30th, and May 1st. Tickets are available at teatroespejo.com. And please share to your friends, family, and foes.
There you go. See?
It's share to everybody.
Yeah, a shout out to Mutual Housing of California, and thanks Anne Marie Flynn for connecting us with the director there. And I really want to thank Rachel Iskel for that opportunity of serving as a community organizer there once upon a time and bringing arts and culture, to and through the communities of these housing circles, communities. Yeah.
See,
thank you all.
Faith in humanity restored a little bit.
And also by attending this event, you're supporting our efforts in unifying this community to make us stronger to our words, stronger to our art, to our audiences, and just our overall effort. There's a reason behind all of this, besides entertainment. Okay, we hope that it continues to happen, and eventually it becomes something that happens every year. It's very, very important. And you're showing up, just telling us that you support those efforts, and that's what we're all about.
Yeah, if folks don't want to be inside the teatro, there's an open door outside, gathering between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. on the 30th. If you're down to come into the teatro, are folks wearing their masks during the production, Profe? Yes, right? So
Yes.
if you don't want to wear a mask during the show, come to what's happening during the day. You'll be outside. We prefer you to wear masks, of course, but you will be outside. Um, but the show in the evening, folks will be required to show proof of their test and or proof of their vaccination, correct, Profe?
Yes.
Right.
And actors are also wearing masks on stage.
Yeah.
So, yes, peace and love and
And we
light.
got another comment. Anyone want to take that one on?
Colleen, beautiful. Thank
Colleen, oh
you.
my gosh, Colleen Craig.
You read
Hello.
it up. Read it, Kimmy.
Beautiful. Thank you to all of you for being here tonight and spreading love, arts, and roots. Much love. Thank you, Colleen Craig. That was so sweet of you to be on here.
Yeah,
Yes.
just much
We all
love
love
to
Colleen.
everybody taking the teatro to all corners of this planet. We have Catherine out there in New York. We have other folks from Ma Series Arts. Big love to Ma Series Arts. In the Third Ward. What's up, Lee? With opera magic. All around Houston and everywhere else. Liza Garza, big love. Sarita Ocon doing her thing in San Francisco. Big love, and Brother Eddie for doing the work también. So, yep, spread the word, folks.
Yes,
Claim
and
your
we'll be
seat.
there, right?
Yeah.
So everybody, thank you very much for coming and being part of the live stream. And also, we'll be able to share it on YouTube, and I'll give you the links. You can share it to your pages, whatever you want to do too. Because we always talk we're going to go an hour, but it's been an hour and a half now, which is so natural,
Wow.
right? Because this is we're talking.
We're chatty-catties.
It's love, right? So, any last words? I'm going to put the graphic up and clock out, but you guys don't leave. Just holding on for 1 minute after we do it, but.
Thank you, Joss Olamaru.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you, Ruben, for
Thank
bringing
you,
us
Nibbins.
on.
Yeah, it was fun. I got to meet everybody. That's
Yeah.
nice. I got new
And
friends
nothing
now.
but- Yes. Thank you, Ruben, so much for trusting and for
Yeah.
saying yes and for being so
Yes.
so fluid with like saying, yeah, let's go, let's do it, let's try it.
Well, here's a flyer, and good night, everybody, and we'll see you soon, right? We'll see you next week.
Yes.
Live long and prosper.
Good night.
Good night.
Buenas noches.